Hi Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do go ahead and check out the description box below where you're going to see links to my Facebook page and my website address where you can discover more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer. Also, you will find a link to my Instagram page where I do the quick reads. Quick reads? Can I speak English today? Quick reads, okay, and I do them each week, so they're posted up on a weekend for the Monday. So July 13th, week of July 13th is already up for you guys. On the channel here on YouTube, you're going to see fortnightly and monthly readings. You will notice that this is your reading for the 1st to the 15th of July. Yes, it is late, not going by cosmic time, but by our 3D time for sure. I needed to take the first couple of weeks off, just to receive downloads and to go back into temple. I have to practice what I preach after all. So the way I'm going to structure this reading is more of a reflective one, okay? So perhaps the messages I'm pulling up will reflect what you have been through or are currently going through, which represents the events and instances and energies that you're experiencing in the first 2 weeks of July. All right, I connected into the Leos, and I was receiving a vision where the sun was too bright. It was almost blinding. Like you're very much aware that you are done with the past. I felt like there was a lot of energy, a lot of dark energy, a lot of hectic energy, old roles you used to play, old career situations, relationships, whatever the case may be, Leo, take it however it resonates. But the past was well and truly behind me. Like I felt like there was this crowd of people, places, whatever the case may be, but you were done. You're very aware of that in yourself. As much as you cannot see clearly because the light is too bright, it's almost like the sun was glaring straight in my eyes. And I was aware of people, okay, but I can't see, like I can only see silhouettes. Maybe that is symbolic of many Leos that are currently not quite sure about the people that are in their lives, the connections they've got in their lives, about the place they will play in your path and in your journey. I do see, you know, that you're very much aware of the projects and goals you're wanting to achieve. You're aware of them, of the direction you're wanting to go in, but right here and now, this energy sort of reflected where you're at currently. That it's almost too bright, too blinding to know for sure what best decision to make about certain connections in my life, about whether to trust. Situations will evolve the way in which I hope they do. I'm very much aware of what I want to achieve personally for my own goals, with or without certain connections and people in my life. Like I feel I'm connecting into Leos that are very crystal clear about what they want to achieve in their careers and personal goals and whatever the case may be, but it's almost like you're not quite actioning. You might be actioning them. Maybe this is already reflective of a journey you've already started. You're already in the job that you were seeking to obtain experience in, or whatever. Maybe your business is moving in the direction you want it to move in. But it's almost like you're blinded to the here and now. Maybe you've received information recently that's almost like too blinding, too shocking, too clear. I know, it sounds almost silly. How can something be too clear? I wasn't expecting that much truth. I'm not quite sure what to do with it now is something that I'm picking up on. I do see there are people in your life that are wanting to walk with you, walk beside you, join you on your journey. Take that however it resonates. Family members, friends, lovers. But you're only seeing the silhouette. You're not seeing the details. It's almost like I'm connecting into many Leos that are deciding who and what they want to commit to, the friendships they want to maintain and continue with, so that they can, like, the sun is right in your face. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. And maybe in very selfish ways, we have to choose to be selfish, to focus on self, to focus on our own goals, our Four of Wands. What and who makes us feel like home? What makes us feel like celebrating? You've got some beautiful cards, make no mistake. I definitely feel I'm connecting into Leos that have been experiencing a lot of change. Maybe this is happening internally. Maybe this is reflective of what you are walking away from as well. Connecting into that vision. It's almost, I felt very much like I was happy to continue doing what I was doing. I feel like this change energy has already recently happened and you're sort of like, okay, well, it's all systems go. I'm just actioning stuff. I know what I want. I know what path I want to take. I'm on it already. I know that I'm walking away from the past and the past no longer resonates. I'm just not quite sure about who is right for me right now. Okay, so that's going to be relevant for some of the Leos that I'm connecting into. Like, you're very much centered, like the face, your sun, the face, the sun is hitting your face, like it's blinding warmth and clarity. Like I'm connecting in to many Leos that have strongly connected into their purpose, okay? Their purpose moving forward, the purpose of this year, the purpose of the past, and what those challenges represented for me. I'm wanting change, and I'm more focused on my purpose so that I can continue to kick those goals and meet those demands within me, is what I keep hearing. Okay, because something had to be put to an end. Something had to, like, there's an old version of you, definitely. The death card is symbolic of the energy that I was picking up behind you. There is a death of the old you. You know that change is here. Like, it's almost like that light of the sun can be blinding clarity. Like, the reality you have wanted, you've manifested, and you are living it. The conversations you needed to have in order to put to death old dynamics in relationships, family, friends, or otherwise, has happened. And how those relationships balance out and pan out for you, you're deciding if they are right to walk with you in the here and now. And that's perhaps why I saw them as silhouettes. I didn't see them as, like, I didn't see the details of their face. Maybe many Leos I'm connecting into as well are coming, like, right, this first 2 weeks of July is very much about you crossing paths with new connections and people in your life, knowing that there's a deeper purpose to the connection, friendship, romantic or otherwise, okay? But not 100% crystal clear about what that is, because that is representative of why they're silhouettes. You've got some beautiful cards. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards. There's been this, like, this point in the timeline for you is reflective of divine harmony happening, you know. Fate and destiny is great and all, but we choose. And I feel like this change was action by you. You made some choices in the past. Maybe this is reflective of June. June was significant for you to make some head and heart decisions after a time of really assessing what and who matters the most, okay? I feel like you've actioned this change, so that's what that is represented by what I can see in the distance. What I can see in the distance, Leo, is you knowing what your goals are, what you want to kick, you know, what you want to achieve and what you want to be able to do with the rest of this year or next year. You know who you are and where you want to go. You're just determining who is aligning to you at this point in the timeline, is what I do want to say. It's almost like it's coming into crystal clear vision, okay? Because the sun was shining in your face, so it's taking away that ability to be able to see clearly the here and now. It's not a bad thing, okay? I feel like you're trusting that navigation process. You're trusting this healing energy, that time within, that ending of the old way in which you didn't connect to your wisdom. Is what I do want to say here. Maybe you're connecting into a Virgo, maybe you're connecting into an Aquarius or a Sagittarius, maybe you have those in your chart, or Gemini. I do want to say that the Sagittarius new moon was significant in June for you to be able to truly close a cycle. That stuff behind me, that relationship behind me, that old way in which I used to connect and make friends, and the roles I've played within family dynamics, whatever the case may be, the career I used to have, it's behind me and I've actioned it. I feel like many Leos that I'm connecting into have made recent changes and choices to honor their purpose, to really put themselves out there, you've journeyed to the center of your wisdom. You were able and willing to go solitary for a little while there, like you've come out of a healing time is what I'm feeling. And this blinding light of the sun is almost like this seeing the light again and knowing, you know. But I feel like there are Leos that I'm connecting into that are chasing the details of the here and now. I do see here underneath, there's a lot of blessings and expansions for you, Leo, that you probably aren't even aware of. And this has been kicking off since Aquarius season, okay? This Jupiter retrograde energy has brought you to the center of your wisdom to truly close an old cycle, an old way in which you connect to abundance, an old way in which you connect to the concept of blessings, and that primarily we are the captain of that ship. You know, like I said, destiny and fate is great and all, but every choice we make leads us closer to the vision we already know is up there if and when we choose it. And I feel I'm connecting into Leos that have made choices recently. You've made some head and heart choices that have really seen you arrive to what you've manifested, that relationship, that reality. But you're still, like I said, that silhouette, those silhouette figures, because of the blinding light of the sun, is significant for me because I'm still finalizing the details of the role they will play in my life. In the past, you've come out of a time of healing. You've come out of a recharge. You've come out of balancing opposing forces within you. You've come out of a time of balancing the opposing conflicts in your life, feeling conflicted. You are no longer conflicted. You're actually very centered in your wisdom and feeling free and ready for this new chapter. Okay, you're ready for growth. You're ready for expansion. You're just like, guys, who's with me? I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I align to. Are you with me? Or are you part of that old vision, that old crew, that old version of me? There's a new career, a new commitment, something, a person, a pathway, a career that you want to commit to that will lead to success, and you know it. It's where you're at the moment. That's why you're trying to crystallize those faces. And those people can represent just the here and now, as far as who will join you on this journey, what connections are going to get you towards that success, what connections are authentic and they actually genuinely resonate to you. Like this concept of who and what I will no longer commit to is very strong, is what I'm feeling. Like you're either part of the old me, you're either part of my history, the old energy I was vibrating at, or you're part of my new one. And that's what I'm connecting into. Many Leos are seeing that come into crystal clear clarity under the light of the sun. Like you've turned to the sun, you've chosen ascension, you've chosen healing, you've chosen to let go, you've chosen expansion at the risk of all the emotions and everything that comes up, at the risk of having to let go of old beliefs and old ways in which you probably believed you wouldn't succeed at this thing. Whatever the case may be, Leo, like you've taken the hard road already is what I'm feeling, and you're just, you know that you will travel anyway. You will continue to move forward anyway. It's a matter of deciding, do they resonate to me? And am I willing to invest my energy into them? Because I feel like many Leos I'm connecting into have been investing in themselves. And that is everything. Like there's this coming together, there's this celebration. You will be experiencing maybe the last 2 weeks of July have been beautiful clarification for you about everything you have chosen in June, all the processes, all the healing, all the no mores, the boundary lines you had to put in place. The letting go was of purpose. Taking those risks, starting that new career, making a commitment. Maybe there is an engagement, a commitment to take a relationship to a next level, whatever the case may be. This was all about your emotional fulfillment. And we're human, you know, we're here living a very 3D reality, and money, career, success is a very big part of the pie, the complete pie that leads to our genuine, authentic fulfillment. Like we want our family to be happy and healthy. We want friendships that feel healthy and fun. But that's not the only thing, you know, that we need that whole pie filled as well, Leo. Sorry, I had to address a barking dog. Maybe that's what you guys have recently come out of. You've addressed that thing, that annoying thing in the background, or old energy cords is what I keep intuitively picking up on, Leo. And it's like you're ready. You know who you are. You know what you want. You know which way you're going to live, love, commit, and what makes you truly happy. And now you're just deciding. This first 2 weeks of July has been about really coming into crystal clear clarity about the relationships that are in your life, the loves that are in your life, the friendships that are in your life, and are they right for you and the future version of you, the person you intuitively know you are and want to be. You know, when we make a choice to love self, to commit to self, to really get to the center of our wisdom and close an old chapter, an old world, we have to grieve, we have to lay to rest everything that is attached to that old version of ourselves. We're not just letting go of connections that were connected to us. We're releasing old beliefs. We're releasing old ways in which we feared and didn't allow ourselves to expand and grow. But I feel such an empowered energy connecting into you guys. And, you know, you're experiencing your 12th house transits at the moment in very many ways. Your birthday season is coming up in the final 2 weeks of July. As you approach that, it's almost like the blinding clarity of the sun that I'm feeling. You know, you're meeting yourself in the mirror and you're loving what you see. You're loving the choices you've recently made, and you know that everything has been of purpose. Every empowered action you have taken, Leo, has helped you get you to where you are now. It wasn't about wishing and hoping. You've actually actioned it on practical levels. You know, take that however it resonates. Maybe you finally found that connection that you've always wanted. Maybe you've finally been able to embark on that career path, or you're finally seeing results in your business, whatever the case may be, in your journey into Temple. This healing that had to happen maybe last November was significant as far as a boundary line goes. The Temperance card is ruled by Sagittarius. So maybe the Sagittarian season last year was significant for you to put a boundary line down late last year where you said no more. No more Leo. No more old Leo. No more old ways in which I used to allow or not put boundaries down or not go for my successes, you know, like... Make no mistake, like I know this is the King of Pentacles and rules an earth sign, but all this yellow, I just feel like it's your hair. You probably don't even have to have blonde hair. Like it feels like a lion to me, and you know, a lion doesn't have to wait for others to join it on its journey. It doesn't have to hold itself back from being a lion. It just is, and it is glorious on its own, and it's just as beautiful and empowering to experience that energy on its own, even more so than if it was in a crowd. You know, I feel like I'm connecting into many Leos that were connected to energies that you felt had to be a part of you, relationships, friendships, family, that were ultimately weighing you down in many ways, and you've now found your thing, your person, yourself, and you're really finding your feet about coming to a point in your life where you decide that that's the energy that aligns to that new version of me, this newfound version I've found within myself. You know, like maybe I even feel I'm connecting into Leos that are not even driving the same sort of car that you did late last year. The way you live is completely different, and the job that you do is completely different, and how you feel about yourself and the reason why you actually have that job, the reason why you're in the relationship you have. Maybe many Leos are in reflection mode about just truly being grateful for everything they have in their life, but more importantly, you know you created it, you chose it. It is your hard work, it is your choice to let go of anything old that wasn't resonating anymore. You've really put to death an old version of yourself. As you come into your birthday season, watch the changes that continue to fluctuate into your life, like good changes that really center you to your purpose, Leo. You know, you guys are Lionsgate energy. Like, there's something infinite about your ability to keep going, to keep working. You know, you rule the 5th house. It's about joy. It is about genuinely experiencing this emotional joy and choosing to commit to that energy vibration, and anyone and everyone that resonates to that. You are, you know, the 5th house is romance. It is you want to feel romanticized by life, by the connections in your life. You want to feel that open-hearted roar within your chest that just announces who you are and what you stand for, and not feel alone in that, and feel like you have to convince the crowd and convince the people around you that that's what life is for. Like, I feel like I'm connecting into many Leos that have done a genuine assessment, a very practical assessment, a really heartfelt going within to decide, you know what, I can love them from afar. I can love them despite the fact that we're not going to be on the same path. And that can apply to friendships, it can apply to family, it can apply to old lovers, even your children, you know, your grown children. Like, I just feel like I'm ready to embrace me. I'm ready to choose what makes my heart sing. And I can allow others to be on their journey too. Like, you're really connecting into your 4 of Wands energy. You know, make no mistake, there's a lot of Leos that I'm connecting into that are experiencing some beautiful love energies, whether that's at home, okay, with your family, whether that's in a new relationship that you finally found someone that you can walk this path with. You finally found an opportunity to celebrate this career. Like, there's some beautiful healing energy here, Leo. And I'm going to say in the first 2 weeks of July, there's going to be some good news that actually helps bring some emotional certainty to that. You know how I was saying that I was blinded by the clarity of the sun. Maybe that's that news. You get some sudden clarity, but what it does lead to is emotional certainty. Maybe those silhouettes start to becoming more crystal clear, like you can genuinely see the true nature of the relationships and connections in your life and decide is what I want to feel. Like I want to move forward, like I'm really driven to move forward, but those goals, like who I am, what I want to be, I know it, I can see it, but I'm just actually deciding who's going to embark on this journey with me. Not that you need them to do it with you, Leo, or for you. You just want to know who's going to be there standing side by side, yeah? Because life and our connections that are the most enriching are not about standing in front of or behind. It's about the people that we equally stand side by side with. It's beautiful energy. And I'm connecting into many Leos that are genuinely certain and sure of who they are and what they want to achieve in this next life. You know, in this next year of your life, I should say. Like as you come into your birthday season, watch how empowered you become, the more centered you are in your purpose. Like as that vision becomes more crystal clear, like it's almost like it's 80% there already is what I'm feeling. And it's this continual releasing of the old. So any triggers that come up that connect you into the old ways in which you used to react. You know, we are now responding more empowered because of our newfound commitment, our newfound wisdom into the version of ourselves we want to be moving forward. And here, most importantly, keep going with that, Leo. Like it's amazing energy. Maybe you're celebrating a new house. Maybe you're moving house. Maybe you're celebrating an engagement, a birthday, a coming together of family. And also there's going to be something to celebrate when it comes to your finances. Like I feel like you haven't quite got your 10 of coins, yes, but it's not very far away. Like gratitude is an energy that keeps us vibrating high, that keeps us vibrating with this sort of energy that's reflected in your cards. So being grateful for everything you have achieved, being grateful for everything you do have. Keep committing to that and watch what kind of divine love it brings into your life. Okay? There looks like some beautiful good news that will be emotionally fulfilling. Okay? Towards the end of the 2 weeks, okay? So as we're here at this point in the timeline, I should say, because we're on the 16th of July already. All right, maybe this is the energy you've been connecting into, Leo, for the first 2 weeks of July. It looks beautiful as you approach your birthday season. Okay, but check out your July reading on the channel if you haven't already, and like I said earlier, go ahead and check out your quick read on Instagram, and it's only on Instagram. But that was your first fortnight of July reflective reading. I hope it resonates. If so, of course, let your other empath and intuitive friends know where to find me. Have a blessed week, and I will see you soon for your final fortnight of July reading. All right, Leo, take care.